guys, welcome back, and we got a movie review because we just got out seeing the best movie that to me that I enjoy because it was one of the best movies I think that I've seen this year so far. Basically, Wolverine and Deadpool, because they finally got Deadpool back.
They got bought from Disney.
Fox and basically Disney. The whole thing that if they're going to come back or not, or they're just going to replace him. Hugh Jackman is back, and I'm excited that he's. Basically, these guys are born to play these characters. Basically, Hugh Jackman is basically Wolverine, and obviously, Ryan Reynolds is born to play as Deadpool. And I'm just glad that they finally got together, that we all dreamed about seeing them, because we've been talking about them being in the movie for a very long time. But yeah, let's go right into it. Let's go, Boy, what do you think of this film?
I mean, I liked it, but I thought it was enjoyable for what it was. It's just too many jokes.
Yeah.
And at one point, Deadpool was actually... Ryan Reynolds' character did get kind of annoying. I get it, that's Deadpool.
Yeah, it's Deadpool.
But it's
Even
like...
Logan was getting annoying. And I like him.
So yeah, okay.
Like Logan, yeah.
So yes, this is basically, if you're gonna come in here trying to expect like a big, massive storytelling that basically other movies could probably portray better, because I think that was the problem. Is the writing wasn't as good as other like movies, but I think basically these two characters, like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, are in the spotlight, and they just perfected it so well that you just kind of just let it pass, and it's just that good. And basically, this is kind of a love letter to the fans of just basically Marvel fans, and basically of course, like basically from the 90s kind of movies that we all enjoyed before.
It seems more like an apology to Marvel fans.
Probably that is probably the best way that
actually that is. Because they even kept on making the jokes in their own damn movie.
Yeah.
That doesn't make their own movie any better than what they're talking about. Like, they're literally making these jokes, and their movie is just as bad, in my opinion. So, I don't know.
Oh, the Deadpool ones? Like the 1 and 2?
No, this movie.
Oh, this movie? Nah. Well, probably. Well, we'll get to you. Don't worry. But yeah, go ahead, boy.
Well, I thought it was better than the first and second Deadpool. I don't remember a damn thing about the first and second Deadpool.
Yeah.
I mean, they had more characters, that's for sure. A little bit too much, slow mo like scenes.
I enjoy the slow motion.
Drop the songs.
Okay, I'm glad you pointed out the songs, because I do agree with the song. Yeah. The songs were a little too much. I kind of wanted more of like the action.
Yeah, there is some music that are a little
I mean, like, it's just every scene that they pretty much had an action scene, they had to have like a music. Yeah. And then like a slow motion scene. It's like,
that just shows that they weren't confident when they have to put music like that, because it really it forces it to be uplifted, because people will hear the music and be like, oh, it's a cool scene, and it's probably not if you take the music out.
I mean, I think it would have been a cool scene without the music.
Yeah, but they weren't confident enough to take that out.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying, but.
So, but what do you thought of it? Like, you enjoyed it?
Yeah,
do you think the visuals was pretty good?
Some of it was, some of it wasn't.
Yeah, I kind of saw that.
Yeah, some of the visuals was really bad. It's like, what are you guys doing with your money? Like, I
they had a lot of people. I could see where the money's going. I could see it.
Yeah, because they had to.
Yeah,
they literally had to rely on this film.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it paid off, but they had to rely on it.
But would you recommend people to go see this movie?
Yeah, I think the majority of people will like the movie. No, for the most part, the majority of people will like the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was definitely better than the last. I don't even remember what the last one was. It Marvels or whatever? That was their last film, and that was back in maybe November.
Something like that.
Yeah, but anyways, all their movies have been bad.
Basically, Marvel films are starting right now. Forget about the other ones. It's starting now.
I still can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know
it's probably not, because these characters are big names. So
yeah,
Deadpool,
absolutely.
It's like what's going on with what was the one where there's 12 superheroes. Oh man, it starts with an I. It's like they have all these characters. It's just they're not using him or don't know how to remove it. There's a lot of plot holes still and stuff that.
So okay.
But I mean, I'm just saying for the sake of other Marvel. But for this movie, sticking to this movie in particular, I thought it was a little long.
Yeah.
And like there were some scenes that I felt like they could have trimmed down a
Yeah,
lot or
I can see it.
backtracked to it. But if like you like these characters, then you'll have a great time.
Yeah.
No matter what, you'll have a great time.
All right. How about you, Ocean? What do you thought of this film?
It was just more of the same. Like the multiverse stuff, bad villain, bad slow-mo, bad writing. It was fine. I'm sure most people would like it, but not for me. The jokes, like all the characters were getting annoying.
Yeah, none of them like actually hit for you, like joking wise.
Just one joke.
What was that one joke?
The retarded joke.
The Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
That's it.
I didn't expect that joke.
I didn't expect it. That's mostly it.
But what do you thought of this? Like when these two characters finally showed up together, once and for all. Like, they think the chemistry work, or there's still something missing? What do you think?
They're so annoying. Like the whole time they're fighting, and then in the end, all of a sudden they're like risking their lives for each other. They were just so like, why are they fighting like 4 times? I get it's for the scenes, but no, they were annoying.
Story.
Like why? Every scene when they're alone, they're fighting for no reason, just because they're being stupid.
Yeah, they were actually fighting. Well, I can't spoil anything.
Well, we
each other.
Yeah.
Oh, each other.
The 2 main characters.
Yeah, there are some things I do agree with. There is a little problem, like maybe some pasting. Like how sometimes, like right in the middle of let's just say the second half, it gets a little slow and then it just picks up really fast for me. That's for me though. So there is a lot of good action scenes. What do you thought of? Let's just say, since you didn't like the villains at all, right?
No, terrible.
Terrible, right?
Per usual, their villains are not
it's
that
something
good.
like the same tropes that we had for a very long time.
Yeah, it's just they rely so much on the main cast, which of course.
Yeah.
But you also need a strong villain. Like this villain
you need
is
a stronger villain than the main character, in my opinion. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, and most people are drawn to the main villain.
Yeah.
Like where I could place this villain's like the first villain of Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty much. Just
that
non-memorable, and like you would have think this character would be more memorable because it's like Charles Xavier's sister,
twin sister.
Yeah, you would think, but they're just like, she's crazy. That's what we're writing. That's pretty much what they kind of did.
Technically, yeah. But I rather prefer having that in like the whole universe ending kind of thing instead of just redeeming the villain. You know how they try doing that with Marvel every single time?
Oh, where they try to make the villain good, like
yeah,
Loki
like
or
basically like just a 180. Like, what I'm doing is pretty bad. Instead of concentrating on one guy, they still concentrate on that guy afterwards. But it's better to have like an alt-ending villain instead of just having one that's gonna redeem itself. But I do enjoy the film.
Okay, what would you place it in your rating?
For me, if you're coming here to enjoy these 2 characters that you always wanted, like these 2 characters that you always liked from the back in the 1990s, maybe it is definitely has problems. It does. Like, I'm not going to go over here and just sugarcoat it like, no, absolutely. There's no problem. This is a perfect movie. Absolutely. But this is a fun movie. And you're going to come here satisfied to actually coming, out of the theater and seeing that I actually enjoyed it. To be honest, I do not want another Deadpool 4 movie. I do not. I don't want another X-Men movie. I just want these 2 to be together again.
So Deadpool and Wolverine 2.
Yeah, exactly. I want a number 2 instead of just having these 2 separate and just doing their own thing. No, I want these guys to come back, give them another buttload of cash, and I like to see that again. Because I did like how they actually introduced these characters together. Even though if it's a TVA, I'm pretty sure you guys have no idea what that was. Because you guys didn't see Loki.
I saw only the first season.
Oh, okay.
So I knew what that thing was.
Yeah, okay. So you have some sort of idea in what's going on. So there's some people that are probably going to be off the loop a little bit. Like they don't have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, he literally had to tell the crowd.
Yeah, I know. Like basically, he's in Loki and stuff. And basically, I think they used the fourth wall pretty good. I actually enjoyed that, and I did enjoy the jokes. I did like a lot of the visuals, but there are some that's pretty bad. But I do love it when these guys do come together in the screen. I think it's really perfect. I think it kind of outweighs the negative, for my opinion. I think that it's just one of the best films I ever did see. And if you actually talk to me, I'll tell you, what are you doing? Just see the movie. It's actually that good. I think you could actually see it in, to be honest, in for whatever, what you call it, IMAX or whatever, like the highest theater that you could see, and just enjoy yourself. And to be honest, I want to see it again. I think this is one of the most movie that I could probably see myself seeing from beginning to end, instead of from the other Marvel films that they put out.
Oh,
I know it's not even a competition, but it is legitimately one of the best Marvel
Ant-Man
films.
3 again?
Yeah. And yeah, again, I think this is going to be, it's like popcorn entertainment. This is something that you'll come in here, have a great time, and you're going to be satisfied coming out of the theater for sure. So I enjoy this, and I'm definitely going to give this a 9 out of 10. For me, it's actually right up there. I think it deserves your view. And to be honest, if you think about it, this is a rated film. And rated films are not coming out like for basically superheroes for a very long time. It's kind of like a dying franchise. So I don't want it to just disappear just because Marvel is trying to, Disney's trying to Disneyize, Marvel all of a sudden. So it could be extinct. And hopefully if you guys do go see it and it'll show Disney that there's still a huge audience for these kind of movies. And it won't send a bad message to go like, see, rated R movies don't work. Yeah. So let's just make it PG-13 at everything. So hopefully it doesn't come to that and we could actually enjoy the rated R version as well. Because I think that actually helped it push, Wolverine and Deadpool.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
So what is your final verdict?
I give it like, so far I'll keep it as a 7.5. I thought it was really good. I did feel, again, it's a little too long.
Yeah, there it is.
The script is long. I feel like there's a lot of dialogue in this, like a lot. But that's probably because Ryan's Reynolds character would have to say something about almost every scene.
Yeah, I think he carried because I think he had no choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think most people will enjoy this movie. I enjoyed this movie for what it was, for sure. Am I excited for the next Marvel project? Not really. Because again, it did feel like there's a lot of fanfare and stuff like that, which Spider-Man No Way Home, I think I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
But the last Spider-Man had a lot of that, a lot of like the fan stuff that made people go, holy shit,
Yeah.
We'll see if this holds up. But like Captain America, the new one, like,
oh yeah, I was actually surprised that you did not know some of the characters that actually did cameo in the film. But yeah, I was surprised when I was freaking out because I was like, this is the cameo that these characters, we'll explain more in spoilers, but did not have their second chance because obviously they didn't have enough production to go forward with their movies because they didn't do so good. Okay. So it's sad, but it's right here that they get their redemption arc. And this is why it's such a love letter for like those old films because they finally get the redemption that they deserve. Instead of just having it just an open ending, kind of like just an open movie without an ending. So how about you, Ocean? So what is your final verdict for this film?
Well, I think for most people it's probably good. For me, I'm not happy with popcorn movies. I like something with more substance, and it wasn't funny, so I gave it a 4.
So what is your popcorn entertainment film then? Like if you just come down, just just enjoy the film for what it is.
That's not really the type of movie that I am looking to watch.
Like there's always a film that you could just enjoy the film and see what it is. You could appreciate the artwork of it. But I know, but it is your rating. Sorry.
I mean, it's basically like, I don't know. I just feel like it's something I'm not going to remember. Like I'm not going to look back and say, "Oh, I remember that villain. I remember this story." It just felt like everything was not earned. Like it got cheesy on the end and it wasn't earned, so it just felt dumb. The jokes were dumb. Yeah. Like they were cringy, and I don't like that humor. I didn't like the original Deadpools. I really like Logan, and that stuff was just kind of like weird.
Are you a comic book fan? I'm just curious.
Not Marvel.
Oh, okay. Is that like one of the reasons why you're not very much connected to this?
I like them when they're good. I've seen all the Marvel movies. pretty much every single one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I never seen like X-Men,
Internals.
really.
That's
so.
what it was.
I
Sorry.
can't believe you were getting onto that.
Oh, sorry. I was.
Yeah, go
I've
ahead.
seen
keeping me up.
X-Men, but
Yeah.
I've never really paid attention to X-Men except for Logan.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen X-Men. So I'm not like relying on nostalgia when I'm watching this. Like I'm not seeing it all the characters. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
See,
cool
that's-
because I don't care about them, and I'm seeing it as the story how it is.
Okay.
So
So that's good. So what's your final rating?
4.
Oh, ouch. That hurt me. But no. It's good. It's good because I like that kind of honesty, and it's supposed to be honest. Because we all have different opinions. The boy is basically round, like down the middle.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah.
But like again, it's just
Yeah, I
There's
could
some
see there
issues.
is- Yeah.
and it's especially the
7.5
ending.
is high. That's like almost a 4 out of 5.
The last act, I would say, is
Yeah.
what really just doesn't help the film.
You know what? I forgot that we changed the score. So instead of, like, how we used to do A and C.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So basically, this is basically an A minus for me. So what was yours?
I guess it'll be.
A B?
Yeah.
What was yours? Like,
Hers
basically.
would be a D.
Oh, D. Okay.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our
Plus,
scores.
I don't know.
D plus. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead.
No,
Because I forgot that we're asking
yeah,
numbers. I was like, wait a
I
minute.
I don't even remember
Yeah,
what
go
I was
ahead.
saying.
Go ahead.
But yeah, it's like mainly in the last act, which we'll get into, took the most scenes that they didn't need, and we'll get into it.
Yeah,
No,
you could think like they could probably get rid of some scenes
Yeah.
that they could actually pick up the pace a little
Yeah.
bit, and I could see that too. I think there is some pacing that is very slow, but a little bit later they could actually maybe like get better in the next film when they're together again. That I'd like to enjoy
it's probably the best movie that I've seen from Marvel in, gosh, I can't
for a
even tell
while.
you. Yeah.
Yes, and remember, this is if you're gonna see a Marvel film, I'm gonna say skip everything else and watch this one after Endgame. Maybe No Way Home for Spider-Man, and then you could skip everything else and just watch this. That's my opinion. So for a Marvel fan for sure. So this is something that I think for sure you should go see and watch. There is some things for sure that they does hold it back from great storytelling, and the villains are just, I do agree that the villains are not the best. It's kind of like the trope that they always try to, where all these superhero films try to, what was that saying? Like try to walk while the other ones could run. Like how Marvel finally figured out what to do with the formula of superheroes.
We'll see about that. Just because
Yeah.
they have one big hit
Well,
right
back
now,
in the day,
yeah.
remember how
Okay.
back in the day there was villains that were so generic
Yeah.
that they had no idea what to do with them,
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden when Marvel figured out that formula, they started to get the hang of it, so they were the ones running and gain all
They
that
keep
money.
on
from the
messing up
IP.
their villains. So they
Well,
keep
now they are.
fumbling.
Now they
They've
are because
always
they have
been.
no idea.
The only person they really haven't. I'm trying to even think. Of course, they had to set up Thanos because he's the big bad.
Yeah,
But like all these side bosses, they always fumble.
But either way, thank you guys. This is basically the non-spoiler one. So basically, Ocean gave it a D plus. The boy gave it a B plus, and I gave it an A minus. It's still pretty good. If you like the Marvel genre and you are tired what they've been putting out for the very longest time, this will at least clean the plate a little bit. Would it save Marvel? I don't think so. I think it still is in a dying stage. But luckily, this kind of gave it a little spark to it. So it still has more time to breathe, and hopefully they'll course correct now instead of before it's too late, and cancel some other projects that don't need to be shined. Like we're talking about Young Justice. We're talking about like Ironheart. We're talking about like those kind of films that doesn't need to be pushed out, because obviously it's just basically just what the consumer wants. Just let them feed and just. It's just a bunch of nastiness. So either way, we'll see you guys the next time.